Alrighty, guys, it is 3:30 this Tuesday, August 11th, and we are looking at the market, which has been kind of drifting lower ever since the London close. Finally getting a little bit of lift, looks like. I mean, they had a little flush here right at the 2:30 time frame, right at the end of our period. Here it looks like a little exhaustion to the downside, and then now we are starting grinding higher. I've been watching this for a potential short. And the first time to the tablet on the Nasdaq worked pretty good, but and then you can see that they're holding, and I'm just waiting for them to see if they're going to try to take this lower or not. It's not; they can still do that, but right now it looks like they're getting a little bit of lift to it. To be honest with you, so I just heard there's some AI stocks reporting earnings after they close. That could also be interesting. I think Core Weave is one of them. Uh, but watch these areas now. The Nasdaq needs to clear that 640s. If they can get up above that and retrace a bit, I think the bulls take over. Otherwise, the short would set up right here at the 640s for rotation down. On the ES, I think we need to get past this 7760, so a little bit higher this rotation up here before we can say something about the ES. If you're more aggressively the tablet here, but right now they're just running the stops outside the tablet. It's just there. They're right in this resistance area very much still. And if it holds, they can certainly see you can certainly see a pretty hard knockdown from there. But sometimes you see this move to the upside. It looks like they're going to take it higher, but it's a big just a big fake out, and then you'll see and run it lower. So if you make your choice, depending on how you feel about it, if you're going to get a short, get short, and then have a pretty tight stop on it. If you want to get long, and don't chase it right now. Wait for them to extend a little bit, and then may try that long trade. Because right now, the better setup is to short, but nothing really stops these guys from taking it higher. So if they're going to do that, you have a little bit of time to get on a more certain trade, or if you wish. You had to give up some trade location for it, but at least you don't get caught in buying the high, if you know what I mean. Only one trade for me so far on the Nasdaq. You got knocked out of that one. That was this guy this early on this morning. This was the trade here, and they took out the mean. Looks like they ran out of gas. Started retracing a bit. I got on a short there. Reasonably aggressive, but you knew they were going to try to take it a little bit lower. So uh, break even trade got shaken out, and that's about it. Haven't really re-engaged this. I've been watching it on the way down and trying to figure out if I'm going to try a short trade, but it's been drifting lower. It hasn't been like selling off. So this move to the downside looks okay after the fact, but it's really just grinding it back and forth in a pretty violent way. So not necessarily something I want to be engaging very aggressively. So kind of slow trading, but definitely backing off a bit. On the ES, we are very much still in the range. So I mean, you look at it, we talked about this morning was pretty much fade the edges up to that 78.20 down to this 77.25, and we are pretty much just pretty much still in this range. Now it hasn't challenged the low, hasn't challenged the high by any means, and let's see what happens now in this last half hour. It's going to be interesting. But as long as they stay in the range, we're just going to start off range bound. I mean, this is very predictable behavior. They're going to run down here. First run down in I period to support held. Second run down to the next level down at 77.40 held. So buying those support areas on the way down, it definitely has worked. It has been not obvious though, because this was the 50s here was a V bottom. This run down here was a exhaustion, very difficult to get on. If you and it's right into that 230 time frame, and then they reversed it hard after that. So not easy to get on these, and you don't want to be stepping in front of it. So you had to be really paying attention to your chart. You had to be reasonably aggressive to get on them, but it's I don't I want more obvious setups. I don't have to be too cute about it. If they run down here, stalled, and retest the low, can't make it happen. That's the kind of setup I'm looking for. So when you're looking at this reverse retest up here, they run out of gas, backs off, try it, backs off, tries it, backs off. That kind of stuff is would set up for a nice short, and you want to see the same thing on the way down. It just gives you more certainty that the market is running out of gas. And the V bottoms, V tops are just notoriously difficult to trade. No, so one trade on the Nasdaq, that's it, it's a buck 50. I haven't really been that aggressive trading it today. Nasdaq has also been pretty much in the same as trading in that range. There you go. So trading in this range, in the lower area, it's way down here at the 29,900s. sorry, 29,300. That's your lower end of the range. Upper end is up here at the 30,060s. So we are pretty much in the middle of the range, just going back and forth. So the weakness looks like, yeah, it's weakness throughout the day, or after the open, but we are not really challenging anything really spectacular. Right now, it looks to me like they're getting some little bit of strength coming up here. We'll see how that kind of turns into how it works out into the close. A strong close is always good. If they turn around the weakness here and end up on an up note into the close, I will take that any time of the day. On the bond market, did not trade the bond market today. I tried a limit order for a bit in the morning. I was down here at this pullback right there. It would have been good for two, maybe three ticks, but I wasn't sure that they were there. It felt kind of awkward, to be honest with you. You get in here and rush straight up and straight down and stall like that. It's like, okay, maybe not. But I had it working there for a bit, and I canceled it. They came up, and when they started trading higher, then they came back down again. I'm not sure if that would have filled me or not, but as you can see, after that, it was just pretty much straight nothing going on here. It's been twisting in the wind all day, so I would just stay. I mean, we'll see where they end up closing. If they hold that 108, 26 to 28, you can start range bound. If they take that out into the close, look like they're trying to take it lower, then I'll start on the short side. On the cryptos, I haven't done anything on the cryptos at all. Oil is up at 83 right now. A little bit, we've been down to 80, then up to 80, up to 84, then down to 81, then up to 83 again. So they're going back and forth in the low 80s. But I haven't really done much on the cryptos this morning. So back to the ES and the Nasdaq. You see, and okay, we're getting a little bit of lift. Here it looks like they may make it run out of it. All right, so if you're short, you should be out of that trade by now. If you're trying to get long, this would be your long entry, trying to get in on that go with type of trade. You know, if they fake you out now, then they just got you. But it's at this point you have plenty of volume to take you through it, so you can stick on that long trade. Anyway, we'll wrap it there for now. So I'll see you guys back bright and early in the morning. Tomorrow morning, though, we got CPI at 8:30, and then we have an oil report and a treasury and a 10-year auction at 1. But tomorrow morning, 8:30 CPI. Expect the margins to pop up overnight. So just if you're going to trade it, usually do 25% of overnight on the AMP if they when they have announcements like this. So look for that email. Anyway, we'll wrap it there. I'll see you back in the morning. We'll go at this again. So good trade. Well, you have a good evening, and I'll see you guys back tomorrow.